I'm Rick Sanchez. One of our questions that you saw at the top of the show was, where can you fly even if you're vaccinated? See, these days, the answer to that question can be really, really confusing, especially when you consider it's not really just about whether or not you're vaccinated. It's about which country you plan to go to, because it seems like for as many countries as there are probably as many regulations and rules. NRS correspondent Farron Franzak is here to join us now to tell us about what she found out when she poked her head into this quagmire.
And boy, was it fun doing that. No. So let's first talk about, we had a new Mayo Clinic study that came out where it talks about, really quick, the efficacy of each of these vaccines. And it was very interesting. So Director Kevin, let's throw that first graphic up there. So you have the first one, what's the efficacy of Pfizer, Moderna, and the Johnson & Johnson? The first one
Somewhere in the fuzz it's going to appear.
Right, somewhere here.
It's coming. There it is.
There it
golly.
is. So for the first one, you'll see Pfizer 76%, Moderna 86%, J&J 72%. Then you'll see how they are as far as the Delta variant, just the Delta variant. Pfizer's 39%, Moderna's still studying, but Johnson & Johnson 71%. But then you have this big soup that we're living in with the COVID and the Delta, where they're kind of in a mesh together. They looked at that, and you see Pfizer drops significantly to 42%. Moderna shoots up 76%.
So tell me what that means. Pfizer is 42% of what?
Meaning right now, with the Delta variant swimming around with COVID, it's now only 42% effective.
But that's for people who have been vaccinated?
Who have been vaccinated,
okay.
Yes. So now that we got this soup of the Delta and all these other variants, swarming around, Pfizer's showing that it's not as effective as they originally thought it would be with these new variants.
By golly, that's the one I got.
Right, and the same here. And so, Team Pfizer, who knows? But you have the CDC, they're coming out with this and looking at this because they are seeing at least there's 1 million Americans right now that are getting a booster shot, and they're not supposed to be.
Right.
And you're not supposed to be, the CDC doesn't want you to mix vaccines. So if you got the Pfizer one time, they don't want you to go and get Moderna as your booster. They're saying, wait, especially for healthy people, you don't need a booster yet. But then that goes into where can you travel, where can't you travel? So here's the list of countries, and it's a long list. If you're vaccinated, you're pretty much kind of open season right now. But as far as the unvaccinated travel, and when you're rewatching this, you can pause and check and see if your country's on there that you want to go to. But as far as the unvaccinated, you'll see the country starts to go down a little bit. And that's where then enter Southwest Airlines, where they're saying, hey, we're seeing a major fallout, as far as traveling, because now you have states like New York where they're going to be mandating you have to show a COVID passport in order to get into baseball games, Broadway, everything. And
so as confusing as it is, it sounds like you're telling us it's about to get even more confusing.
Right.
If they mandate or suggests that you should be vaccinated to do certain things, then I guess very simply, you're not going to be able to do certain things.
Right, and then enter, Southwest and the airline companies